While I was on my way to here, the student who was accompanying us was essentially telling us what might be the topic that we can choose to speak. One word that he slipped out was right to freedom of expression. It's an interesting thing and a troublesome thing at this point in time of intolerance in India. Let me lay out kind of an outline in terms of what kind of impediments that we have for right to freedom of expression within the context of cinema, culture and society. I'll only take examples from last 2 years. PK, not Pawan Kalyan. It's PK the film and Udta Punjab and Padmavati. I'll talk about these films later, but where exactly is impediments from right to freedom of expression are coming out in this society can be categorized into 3. One, government itself. Udta Punjab is a right example where censor board took an objection to a film because it talks about real life incidents. They had a serious objection saying, if you say Punjab is ridden by drug abuse, is a problem for Punjab. Fact of the matter is, Punjab is actually seriously facing drug abuse issues. Majority of the youth were suffering because of drug abuse. So if we talk about facts, if we talk what is happening in the society, people seem to have a problem with it too. Should really governments have that problem? If we say land grabbing in Amaravati is injustice, should government be worried? And should it ban a film? Should it object to it? Should it curb our freedom of expression? Should it curb freedom of expression of an artist of saying that? Be it in poetry, be it in storytelling, be it in filmmaking. So government seem to think that it can crush freedom of expression just because whatever is inconvenient to government can't be talked about. An artist can't speak against state. For me, artists should always stand up against state with people. So if that freedom of expression is not allowed to an artist, that state will do. Where artist does not have freedom to speak, where his dissent is not addressed, and where the dissent is curbed, is no democracy at all. And we all know we are guarded by democracy, we follow democracy, and democracy is guarded by Constitution. And Constitution has guaranteed us freedom of expression as a fundamental right. Why the hell did state curb our right to freedom of expression? Is a question that we all should be asking. So out here, state itself does choose to curb the freedom of expression of an artist is one. There are other 2 instances, whether it is PK or Padmavati, where fringe elements, PK, all this Hindutva, RSS people say, it is offending the sentiments of Hindus. Let me tell you, I am a Hindu and I am not offended by PK. It talks critically about Hinduism and all religions, of course. And that right to questioning should always be there with an artist. And let me tell you, right to freedom of expression also includes or should include right to offend. I will have a right to offend. If someone, I am an atheist, if you do a puja, that is offense to me. Should I be worried about it? Right? So let us all be very happy in hurting each other's sentiments. Yeah? But the issue is, if my sentiments are hurt, am I going to attack you? Is the question. I will hurt your sentiments. Will you attack me for it? That is where the legality comes in. My right to freedom of expression would limit me legally, and your right to freedom of expression would limit you legally. If I say something, I can't be attacked. Only one thing that I had a shocking thing was, all these people who are getting their sentiments hurt are out there on road doing hooliganism, rowdyism, gundaism, burning down theaters, beating up people. So, మనోభావాలు దెబ్బతినేంత సున్నితత్వం గల వాళ్ళు ఎదుటోళ్ళ మీద అటాక్ చేసి చంపేస్తారు, కొట్టేస్తారు. దీన్ని మనమంతా భరించాలి. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ మనోభావాలు దెబ్బతిన్నాయి. Should we really care about those people who don't care about human beings getting hurt their sentiments? Bloody hell with the sentiments. Get hurt. It is fine. But you don't have any right to attack anyone. So these are two kinds of, one is the fringe elements that are coming out guarding, and also when it comes to Padmavati, Karni Sena says, we will chop the heads of the filmmaker and chop the head of a actress who has acted in the film because she stood up for the film. She acted it. Deepika Padukone. They want to cut off her nose and ears, it seems. And these are the ones who talk about right to fundamental right to freedom of expression. And their sentiments are hurt. Should we really care about these kind of people? That's precisely why I say, let us be ready to hurt sentiments. And let them be hurt. And only prevention and deterrence that we have is that they can't do anything about it. They can only protest. And lawful protest is always welcome. If someone says, if I am hurt by your sentiments, I will protest. That's all they should be doing in a democratic society. And they can't be going around vandalizing people, threatening society, and threatening law and order scenario. So right to freedom of expression, if it is threatened by state, we are here to oppose. If it comes from fringe elements, we are here to oppose. If it even comes from the majority communities of this nation, we are here to oppose. Because everyone in this nation has a right to freedom of expression. But where that freedom of expression stops, let me tell you my own incident. Pawan Kalyan. If some people consider Pawan Kalyan a god, that is your right. And if I say he is no god to me, is also my right. And you can't curb my right by threatening me, abusing me, making threatening phone calls to me. That is where we all need to stop, right? Now, my biggest concern for the youth of your nature is worshipping these false gods as gods and demigods and matinee idols. You guys are communication students, right? Most of you? You know what makes to make a film, what it takes to make a film. There is a writer who writes a story, there is a choreographer who choreographs, there is a stuntman who choreographs stunts, there is a cinematographer who captures the image, there is a director who directs. Then how come actors become gods? Because of guys like you who are behind the screen. Let us come to a realistic perspective. Actors are not gods. They are human beings. And let us not praise and become mad about them. Those guys are not going to come and help you guys. You have to make your careers, and I have seen some of the teenage young engineering graduates and other graduates calling me up and saying, "Mem Pawan Kalyan bhaktulam. Pawan Kalyan emanna ante mem pranamaina ichestam, pranamaina teesestam." I call it madness. One of the guy writes on his hand, "Amma Nanna Pawan Kalyan." What the hell is that? Is the problem. If I have a problem with it, I'm sure society should have a problem with it. Because Amma Nanna or Amma Nanna, where does Pawan Kalyan fit in? Is he paying for your fee? Is he paying for your bread and butter? Then why the hell is Pawan Kalyan between Amma Nanna? If I ask this question, people have a problem. I say let people have a problem. I'll keep saying it because I think society doesn't need that kind of youth who deify film actors and ruin their careers and lives. They spend their money, watch a film. If you like an actor, watch a film. Watch his film 100 times, I don't have a problem. But don't make him part of your life. And don't ever make him above you. Because as a self-respecting individual, you should be respecting yourself first than anyone else in this world, not even mother and father. We all have our own oppositions to our own parents because we want to assert our own individuality as people, as thinking human beings. So I would only urge people to be more thinking individuals, independent and self-respecting. If you are self-respecting, you are the first and foremost, and no one else matters in this world. So let us stand up for ourselves, fight for our rights as individuals of this nation, as people of this nation who are believing in constitution, democracy and law of this nation. Thank you.